What is language acquisition, and what are effective methods for acquiring a new language? Language acquisition is how people learn to talk and understand languages. When babies are born, they start to learn the language spoken around them without being taught. They listen to the people talking, try to make the same sounds, and gradually learn words and how to put them together to make sentences. This process happens naturally as they grow up, and they get better at speaking and understanding the language they hear. It's like how you learn to ride a bike by trying it out, except with language, you're learning to communicate with words. It's pretty amazing how our brains figure it out without us even realizing it. The term acquisition generally refers to the process of acquiring or gaining something. In the context of language, language acquisition specifically refers to the process of learning and gaining proficiency in a language, typically starting from infancy. It involves acquiring the ability to understand, produce, and use language in communication with others. Language acquisition encompasses various aspects such as vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and pragmatics, and it occurs through exposure to linguistic input, interaction with speakers of the language, and cognitive development. Synonyms for acquisition include attainment, procurement, gain, acquisition, obtaining, accomplishment. Achievement, possession, addition. There are various theories and approaches to understanding how language acquisition occurs. Here are some key factors and theories. Behaviorist theory. This says that we learn language by copying what we hear and getting rewarded when we say things correctly. Proposed by B.F. Skinner, this theory suggests that language is learned through conditioning, imitation, and reinforcement. Children acquire language by imitating the speech they hear around them and receiving positive reinforcement when they produce correct utterances. Nativist theory. This says that we're born with a built-in ability to learn language. We have something in our brains that helps us pick up language easily. Proposed by Noam Chomsky, this theory posits that humans are biologically predisposed to acquire language. Chomsky argued that the human brain contains an innate language acquisition device, LAD, that enables children to learn language rapidly and with minimal explicit instruction. According to this view, children are born with a universal grammar that guides language learning. Interactionist theory. This theory thinks it's a mix of our natural ability and the people around us. We learn language by talking to others and getting feedback from them. This theory emphasizes the interaction between biological factors and environmental influences in language acquisition. It suggests that children acquire language through a combination of innate capabilities, social interactions, and exposure to linguistic input. Social interaction plays a crucial role in language development as children engage in conversations and receive feedback from caregivers and peers. Cognitive theory. This theory says that learning language is tied to how our brains work. As we grow and develop, our language skills get better too. This theory focuses on the role of cognitive processes, such as memory, attention, and problem-solving, in language acquisition. It suggests that language development is closely linked to cognitive development, with children acquiring language as they develop cognitive abilities. Sociocultural theory. This theory focuses on how the society and culture we grow up in affect our language learning. It's about how we learn from the people and culture around us. Proposed by Lev Vygotsky, this theory emphasizes the role of social and cultural factors in language development. According to Vygotsky, language acquisition is mediated by social interactions and cultural tools, such as language input from caregivers, educational practices, and cultural norms. When we learn language, we usually go through stages, starting from making sounds as babies to speaking full sentences. Different things like how much we hear the language, our background, and how our brain works can affect how quickly and well we learn. Language acquisition typically occurs in stages, with children progressing from babbling and single words to more complex sentences and grammar structures. Factors such as exposure to language input, socioeconomic status, educational opportunities, and individual differences in cognitive abilities can influence the pace and proficiency of language development. Simplify in simple English. Incorporating language acquisition into your daily routine can be both enjoyable and effective. Here are some practical ways to do so, as I have said in my other videos in detail how to incorporate language acquisition in your daily lives by reading, listening practice, conversation practice, writing, using language apps and online resources, immersive activities, language classes or tutors, flashcards and mnemonics, travel and cultural immersion, consistency and patience. You are now more clear about how to learn English fast with various techniques. Certainly. Here are some additional practical ways to involve language acquisition in your daily life. Language meetup groups. Join language meetup groups in your area or online communities where language learners gather to practice speaking and exchange language tips and resources. Language exchanges. Participate in language exchange programs so you can practice speaking with native speakers who are learning your native language in exchange for helping them with the language you're learning. Language challenges. Set language learning goals and participate in challenges such as learning a certain number of new words each week, completing a language proficiency test, or maintaining a streak of consecutive days practicing the language. Use sticky notes. Label items around your home with their names in the target language. This constant exposure to vocabulary will help reinforce your learning and improve your retention. Watch YouTube videos. Watch educational videos, tutorials, or vlogs in the target language on YouTube. You can find content on a wide range of topics, allowing you to learn vocabulary related to your interests. Language games. Play language learning games like Scrabble, Word Brewery, or Word Ladder to make learning fun and interactive while improving your vocabulary and spelling skills. Language blogs and news websites. Follow blogs or news websites in the target language to stay updated on current events, cultural trends, and language usage. Reading authentic materials will expose you to real-life language in context. Language challenges. Challenge yourself to complete tasks in the target language, such as writing a shopping list, ordering food in a restaurant, or describing your daily routine, to apply your language skills in practical situations. Reflect and review. Take time to reflect on your language learning progress regularly. Review what you've learned, identify areas for improvement, and set new learning objectives to keep yourself motivated and on track. By integrating these activities into your daily routine, you can make language acquisition a natural and enjoyable part of your life while steadily advancing towards your language learning goals. Subscribe to my channel for more such techniques, and I will be bringing more interesting stories to learn English while you listen my podcasts, interesting stories, and language learning techniques. By incorporating these activities into your daily life, you can actively engage in language acquisition and make steady progress towards fluency in your target language.